Let's pretend I lost everything. No past clients, no social media following, just a license, a laptop, and a dream. How would I build my real estate business from scratch in 2025? That's what we're going to get into today. A complete step by step plan I'd follow if I were launching my career again. This video is for new agents, agents relaunching after a slump, or anyone who wants a clear, smarter way to grow. And just so you know, I've put together a free download with some tools, templates, and prompts. You'll see that in the description below that will help you execute this plan. It's called the Realtor Content Funnel Toolkit, and the links will be below. So, and I will remind you right off the bat today, this is unique for this month. If you actually want more help, I'm actually offering a free 30-minute coaching call this month, totally free, just you and me mapping things out. Okay, let's begin. So the first thing I think is always going to be necessary is on who I want to help. I want to be crystal clear on who I help and what I help them do. Not anyone who wants to buy or sell a home. That's everyone and no one at the same time. So instead, I really want, let's say I want to help first-time home buyers in the Fox Valley area feel confident and prepared. Or maybe I help downsizing homeowners selling for top dollar and moving stress-free. This focus will help you guide everything, your content, your scripts, and your conversations. So I want you to ask yourself first, who do I understand best? Who do I enjoy working with? And who is already in my current network? They may or may not match. So this is what's going on. You're not stuck with a niche forever. This is to help you getting a starting lane. I always call it the bozo buckets when we're working on this. So I always think there should be 3 basic bozo buckets. Today, we're really talking about the niche. We'll talk later about other conversations, but I always call it 3 bozo buckets. You've got your SOI, those people that you know you, like you, and trust you, that know you're in there. That's bozo bucket number 1. That's the one that's the easiest bozo bucket to hit, and you can build a lot of business from there. The next one is the niche. The niche, depending on how you like to talk about it. That's what we're going to kind of work on today. I'm making an assumption, not an accurate assumption, that we should all be always working that SOI. So let's go. All right. So with that, what I like to teach is what I call the 3 C's. And I teach this a lot: communication, cultivation, conversion. So let's break this down. Communication. Let's become visible everywhere. Online's probably one of the easiest ways. So what you want to start doing is start posting 2 to 3 times per week intentionally. So here are some ideas. Let's put some market insights out there. Maybe you want to highlight a local area, a local event, a local park, local restaurant, business, whatever. And then also start showing behind the scenes, what they call the BTS of what you're doing, what you're learning, how you're helping people grow. This is going to help. BTS is one of the most popular viewing points out there, so always make sure you have a couple of those. And then let's always make sure we're answering those questions buyers and sellers are asking. Google it. Find out what they're doing. There are tools for that as well. You do not need to be everywhere. I would pick a couple video solutions. I prefer YouTube. Maybe you want to be on Instagram. Maybe it's TikTok. You pick the one you want to be on, but be on a couple. You can worry about propagating it out later. Now, don't worry about how you're going to necessarily know what to say, when to say. There are prompts that are available for you. You can actually use tools like ChatGPT, Gemini to actually build prompts that will teach you or give you that script on what you're going to talk about. Cultivation. This is where you're building that relationship with probably very simple solutions, systems. I'd like to set up a basic CRM, nothing crazy. Even a spreadsheet will work at first. Then I want to set up a weekly habit: text, email, 5 people a day, phone calls, direct messages, whatever it is, but 5 people a day. If you don't think that's too much right off the bat, then do 2, 3, whatever, but grow to that 5, grow to 10, be where you want to be. Reconnect with those old contacts. Even if you have been woefully neglecting talking to them, it's always a great reach out. And then follow up with anyone that you've helped in the past. And then the goal is always to be adding more and more people to your database. Whether it's an email list, again, your Facebook, whatever it is, you always want to be adding more people to contact and communicate with. Your success will be directly related to the size of your database. Let's start simple. Create a simple newsletter. It can go out weekly or every other week. Add that value. Be human. You do not need to sell in every message. It's going to be that 80-20 rule. 80% give, 20% ask. But you need to be present. We need to be in front of them. This is like the postcards of past. Even though they may or may not open them, they will see you. They will see your name. They will see you doing it. Next is conversion. Make clear, specific offers. This is where most new agents hesitate. They don't want to seem salesy. But let's not think that's what you're doing. Let's make sure that you are being specific. Instead of a vague CTA, call to action, I'm never too busy for referrals. How about using, want a custom home search? DM me. Want to know what that home that you're living in is worth? Let me talk to you, right? Have this out there. My favorite right now is doing a what I call a financial audit of a home, right? We're not talking about the CMA. We're talking about the health of the market, the health of what's going on. Are you looking good? You're looking down. What is it? You can create that. You can do that through a tool called RPR. So you can always say, hey, you want to know the financial health of your house? Talk to me, right? Get that creative. Or how about, want to talk through your buying timeline? I've opened up a 30-minute coaching style consultation this month. Let's chat. Yes, I'm telling you, even you can offer free coaching. Don't worry about it. Take these ideas from other people. It will work. I wouldn't call it coaching, but it will work. So we talked about some basics of the 3 C's. I have a course out there. Please, 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 if you want to know more about it, reach out to me. I'm happy to talk about it. But here's what I want you to know. Besides this technique and the steps, you need to have solutions in here. And it doesn't have to cost a lot of money. It probably will cost some, but it doesn't have to cost a lot. Google Workspace, as an example, I have my own domain email address, my own Google Drive, my own calendar. I put it out there. $6 a month. I have all of that. Canva is another tool. You can use it for free. It's got great marketing graphics and content. If you want to upscale just a bit for $120, you get everything, all their AI tools. It's very, very powerful. If you're looking for an email campaign solution, a very lightweight CRM, you could look at tools like ConvertKit, MailChimp, stuff like that, that actually works very well for you in your world. And those cost no money if you have a very small database. And then if you're trying to organize your calendaring system and that meeting system, my favorite tool is Calendly. It's a really good tool that syncs up with your calendar, and then your clients can book time through that. So here's what we should be doing. Using Canva, spend an hour a day creating posting content. 1 hour a day on direct outreach or even follow-up. The rest of the time I'm doing is prepping for growth, personal growth. I'm learning, right? I'm prepping, or I'm showing homes, right? Whatever that looks like. And again, if you're overwhelmed by tools, that's what the toolkit's for. So make sure you look for it. Here's what I want you to understand. And if I had to start again, here's what I would not do. I would not obsess over my branding. You are your own brand. You'll figure out the brand down the road. Don't spend thousands on leads before testing organic strategies. Almost everything on the internet, I'm going to be honest with you folks, is designed to be specifically built from an organics perspective. Now, don't get me wrong, it's always a pay-to-play world, but if you don't have it growing organically to some degree first, it's not going to reach the audience, because if you're not going to reach it organically to your audience, they're not going to buy when you're paying for it. And then stop saying, I wait till I feel ready to do this. It doesn't sound like me. These are things you want to stay away from. You can improve it on the fly. You still have a chance to fail forward in video, but you got to start today. I would say be on specific platforms, know your audience, know that niche, know where they're at, be on the platforms that make sense. You're probably going to have to be on multiples, maybe up to 5. Focus on the ones that matter. And focus on the ones that you are bringing conversation with, not what makes you feel busy. A lot of people lately have been asking me, how you doing? And I say busy. And they look and they go, that's good. And I went, well, busy and profitability aren't always the same thing. And sometimes we get focused, and sometimes it's necessary, but sometimes we focus too much on the busy because it feels productive and it's not profitable. So always be careful on that. Focus on what brings in conversations, what brings in business. All right. So here's what I want you to understand. You do not need to know everything. You do not need to be perfect. You need to start simple, stay consistent, and talk to real people every day. Use the 3 C's. Be helpful, be human, and you will grow your business. And don't forget, I have built that free toolkit to help you do exactly that. Prompts, email templates, follow-up calendar. It's all linked below. I'll be honest with you. Most of that will be if you go through the coaching program, sign up for that coaching program. It's free for the month of July. I'm giving you 30 minutes of my time. We'll help you walk through a lot of that. In the comments, stop below, like, give it a thumbs up. Tell me what you would do today if you were starting over. What would be the very first thing you do? I'm curious. Let's talk. And don't forget to hit that bell button for the next notification. We'll see you next time.